And it's time to shake up your workout. Physiotherapist Christine Gibbs shares some expert advice to help you stay a step ahead.
Good morning. I'm Christine Gibbs from A Step Ahead Physiotherapy in Governor Square. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Staying a Step Ahead. Most people think more is better, so I get asked all the time, what other exercises can I do? As a physio, I don't give a ton of exercises. I just give a few to target the patient's deficits. Today, I'm going to answer that question by showing you some physio-based exercises to supplement your current routine. So, here we go. Christine's top 10 exercises that most people don't know about or don't understand their importance. Number 1, knee push-ups with a plus. If you've ever heard of a winging scapula, this is a great exercise to prevent this. It works the muscles that essentially hold your scapula to your rib cage. So get on your hands and knees. Extend one leg straight out behind you, and then do about a half of a push-up, partway down, all the way back up, and at the end, pushing out. That's what they call the plus. So back down, up, plus. Repeat this, and then switch legs. Number 2, lie on your side. Another great exercise for shoulders. It's very good for people that cannot stand up and raise their arm overhead without pain. Just lightweight, down by your hip. Simply bring the weight all the way forward. So essentially the motion that you're doing standing, but lying down. Often this takes away the pain when standing and strengthens all your scapula stabilizers. Number 3, low row. Another really good one for your scapula stabilizers. Get some very light resistance. You want the attachment about hand height, and all you're doing is straight back. So from your hip, straight back, really squeezing your shoulder blades. Number 4, chest stretch. Those of you who sit at a desk all day eventually get what I call the caveman posture. Over time, your chest muscles shorten. This pulls your shoulders forward, round your upper back, and extends your neck. Tight chest muscles can cause shoulder, neck, and upper back pain. So an easy stretch is get on both sides of a doorway, or if you only have a wall, on one side, and gently lean in. Get a really nice stretch through your chest muscles and hold for 30 seconds. Number 5, your VMO. I'm sure many of you have heard about strengthening your VMO to keep your patella tracking properly. There's a lot of evidence to show that it is not the weakness of the VMO, but rather hip weakness. However, if you want an exercise to target the VMO, here's one I recommend. You need a slant board or something on a tilt and a piece of tubing. Put the foot you want to work with the VMO on the board. Get the tubing around your leg. Put your other foot on the band. Hold on to something stable, and then simply squat down. Try and put most of your weight on the leg you're working. Now you cannot observe the knee past the toes rule on this, but that actually activates the VMO in your quad. Really using that band to pull outwards. Number 6, hip hikes. Pelvic stability is crucial for any activity that requires landing or standing on one leg. This exercise helps to maintain a level pelvis. So get on at the edge of a step, keeping both knees straight the entire time. It is just a hip motion. So you drop the hip down and bring it all the way back up as high as you can. Dropping down and back up. It is not a squat. It's all hip motion. Number 7, kneeling hip thrusters. Simply working your glutes for strength is not enough. You must have proper activation and timing. Your glutes must work in concert with your hamstrings and pelvic stabilizers. So get a dowel and some tubing. Start seated with your heels on the bar, and then you're going to sit back and slowly come up, thrusting your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes, sit back down on your heels, really squeezing as you come through. And number 8, eccentric hamstrings. During most daily functions, your hamstrings work eccentrically, That means they're contracting while they're lengthening. It is more functional to exercise a muscle the way it is going to be used. So get some tubing around your ankles, lie on your stomach, bend both knees up, straighten one leg, and then slowly lower the other one down. You are working the muscle as it's lengthening. Bend back up, straighten the leg, slowly lower it back down. Number 9, eccentric glutes. Much like your hamstrings, your glutes work eccentrically. So now, bring the band up around your knees, lie on your back, bend both knees off to one side, bring the top one back up, and slowly bring the bottom one up to meet it. Back down, up to the top, slowly bring it back up to meet it. And then of course, work the other side. And number 10, hamstring stretch. This is certainly not new, but it is by far the most commonly overlooked biomechanical fault I see in the clinic. So many of you dismiss tight hamstrings by saying, "I've always had tight hamstrings," and wave it off like it's no big deal. Short hamstrings are a major factor in back pain. They also limit proper running. I prefer standing. A lot of you do it lying down, but I get a much better stretch if I'm standing and I put my foot up on something. Foot relaxed, knees slightly bent. Keeping your back straight, lean forward. Get a really good stretch to the back of your hamstring. Hold it for 30 seconds. So there you have it, Christine's little secrets. I encourage you to incorporate these exercises into your current workout routine to continue staying a step ahead. Join me next month for the next installment of Christine's Top 10.
If you'd like to get in contact with Christine or the team at Staying a Step Ahead, First A Step Ahead Physiotherapy, give them a call, 745-ASAP, that's 745-2727. You can also email them or visit their website, www.astepaheadphysio.com. They also have their offices at Governor's Square.